This is a fun story that I don't share with most people. So thankfully, consider yourself not most people, but you are the lucky person. In any case, if you don't know who I am, my name is Tina from Content Creators Club. I help creators like you add leads and revenue to your business without relying on social media. If you are that person, definitely stay tuned. But I'm really going to walk you through the story that, again, I don't share with most people. So I'm going to let you know that I bet my money on people. There's a lot of different ways you can bet your money. You can look on all those different sites, but I bet my money on people. And I'm going to walk you through a story on how I actually made the wrong decision. I bet on the wrong person, but then ended up turning out to be a great thing, right? But I want to show you this picture, right? This was an opportunity where I bought my first apartment building, and it is really great because it was on my birthday and I was super excited to make it happen. Anyways, let me give you context in the story, taking you back, right? The day that I bought my building is something that I've been dreaming about for 23 years. Took me 8 months to find it, and I fired a realtor and hired another one within an 8-month period. I'm going to give you some context in a second, right? But great thing, I closed on my birthday, and I feel like it's the irony at its best because the universe has a way of working in mysterious ways. And so I will let you know. And if you've never bought a property, then you are definitely there for some time. But buying my first property was the most emotionally taxing thing I could have ever done. Literally, like the highs were high and the lows were fucking low. It was a roller coaster that I do not recommend for most people. And I want to buy another one, but I think I'm good for not going down the road for a little bit of some time right now. But the reason why I say that is because 5 out of the 8 months truly was a shit show. Like, I fired my first realtor within that 5 months, right? Because 8 months before I found or began the house search, actually, I looked up on the internet, did the thing that everybody does, landed on Runfin, and they recommended Realtor A. They have like this button on the bottom or something that says like, hey, like X person can get back to you in like X response time, whatever. And so I was like, okay, fine. Like, I found a realtor. There we go. And so it was easy. Like, I found the property that I wanted to look at and a realtor to take me to the viewing. Like, I thought it was pretty simple, right? And I initially thought that the guy that I was working with was great. He showed up on time, seemed like he knew what to look for, had some experience, like quotation marks, some, right, under his belt. But when it came down to placing an offer, like, dude couldn't like secure the property. And that really sucked, right? At least for me, the buyer. And so the funny thing is that he did secure the property, but we ended up losing it in the process. And even though it was under contract, like, it's a whole messy story that I won't go into the details with. But it turns out he didn't make sure that the seller's agent, follow the rules after a property goes under contract. And ultimately, that's when my contract became shit and I lost the property. And it all works out in hindsight when I think about the grand scheme of things. But it was a really shitty situation. Like, I remember being on the train, like calling my realtor and being like, what the hell is going on? And eventually, like, we just parted ways because it didn't go well. And so I fired him within the day. And at that point, I was realtorless. And, I had to go back to my roots of like, okay, Tina, like, we need to find a better realtor because that experience was a shit show. And so I went back to the internet, except I asked for recommendations for a realtor that specialized in multi units, which is the strategy that I was looking to get into, right? And so Realtor B came to me by recommendation, and I had a lot of realtors to interview, but ultimately I took the one that was most alike me. It was someone that I was, could answer the questions that I had in mind, had an investor mindset because she was an investor herself. And the great thing is that she had the people to contact, the connections to get a deal done the right way. And on my birthday, I actually bought my very first property. It's literally great, right? And so throughout the entire process, like, I've had to learn a couple of lessons. And one of them is that bet your money on the right person, because betting on your money on the right person is going to help you get things done quicker and better. Because I made the mistake, and so many people make the mistake of trusting an algorithm. I trusted the Redfin algorithm to find me the realtor to work with, and because I trusted it, I lost a deal because of it. And I want you to think about how many times have you trusted an algorithm to find your tribe for you, to find your audience for you, right? Whether it's social media algorithm or in this case a realtor algorithm, like, they just get it wrong. And at the end of the time, like you really need to stop putting your trust in an algorithm, but start putting your trust in the people that you know, or invest in the people that you know, like, and trust. Those are the things that go a very long way, right? And so this is why I'm such a big proponent of collaborations, because you are putting your bet on collaborating with that partner. And if you did your proper due diligence and you did the proper work, finding the right fit partner shouldn't be that hard, but it also should yield you great results. And so when you have those things, you get yourself introduced to the right audience, and you get to grow your tribe in the process as well. And so that's why I want to teach you how to go about doing all those things in our Map Your Collab Your workshop, because I'm going to walk you through 3 core strategies that I've used to plan the right fit collaborations that's helped me get in front of thousands of people, expand my reach, all without the help of social media, but also in 20 minutes a month. Don't lose a house like I did because you trusted an algorithm. Trust and put your money on the right person. And I hope that you look forward to many collaborations going into the next year. And you could do that by knowing the right strategies in our Map Your Collaborator workshop. It is literally available for the next 5 days. Once it's done, it's done. And you can no longer access it. But that's pretty much it. So I will see you in the next video, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.